it's 12 o'clock. Time to reach for mobile water. Mobile water, unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. The news is live from our studios at number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. It's also live around the world on citinewsroom.com. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Coming up, minority demand immediate suspension of acting CEO of Ghana Gold Board, Sami Jemfi, after publicly handing over an undisclosed sum of money to Patricia Isiama, popularly known as Nana Agrada. Also coming up, heavy security at Bole ahead of confirmation of the MCE nominee for the area, Abdullahi Mahamoud. Still ahead, traders in Kumasi welcome directive by Guta to reduce prices of goods in response to recent appreciation of the Ghana cedi against the US dollar.
When we see the new stocks and the price has been reduced, we also do that. Some of the products have been reduced, but not all as we are all expecting. Yes, so we are selling most of the products at the old prices.
And later, Railway Workers Union to halt operations effective tomorrow over 7 months unpaid salaries.
By the close of today, if we didn't hear anything from our management, the Tema train will be stopped. It will move from Tema to Accra.
All that and more on Citi Prime News, which is live on all affiliates across the 16 regions of the country. Western region, Adjunpa FM 100.7 in Takwa, Beach FM 105.5 and Premier FM 100.5 all in Takrade. Bono region, Greener FM 95.9 in Sunyai. Ashanti region, we are live on Focus FM 94.3 in Kumasi. Orange FM 107.9 both in Kumasi. Volta region, we are live on Revival FM 99.9 in Tajewu, VOV Radio 95.7 in Hohoi, Northern region, Radio Bimbila 91.9 in Bimbila. Upper East, we are live on Quality FM 88.7 in Garu. Upper West, we are live on Tonsong FM 97.3 in Wa and Jirapa FM 96.1 in Jirapa.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Grateful for staying with us. Now, the minority in Parliament has demanded the immediate suspension of acting Chief Executive for Ghana Gold Board, Sami Jemfi, for giving out US dollars to self-acclaimed evangelist Patricia Oduro Cranton, also known as Nana Agrada. Sami Jemfi was seen in a viral video handing over an undisclosed sum of money to the former fetish priestess. Despite issuing a public apology, the acting CEO of Gold Board has been summoned by the Chief of Staff following public backlash. At a press conference in Accra today, MP for Wale Wale and member of the Finance Committee, Dr. Kabiru Tia Mahama urged the President to take action against Sami Jemfi.
The minority are calling for the following action or immediate actions. 1. The immediate sanctioning of Mr. Sami Jemfi as acting CEO of the Ghana Gold Board. Clearly, it is an affront on the code of conduct. It is against the Foreign Exchange Act. It is against the Currency Act of the country. And even though the Chief of Staff mentioned that ignorance of the law is not an excuse, Mr. Jemfi is never ignorant of the law. He's a lawyer of repute and understands clearly the action and the consequences of the action. So he ought to take responsibility for it. Secondly, we are calling for a full-scale investigation into the source of the dollar bundle displayed in the viral video. Where did he get the dollar from? Ordinary Ghanaian cannot go to the bank and request, even if you have a dollar account. You must demonstrate transaction. You must demonstrate that you are traveling out of the country in order for them to even allow you access your own dollar. So we need a full-scale investigation into the source of the dollar bundle display in that viral video.
You heard MP for Waliwali and member of the Finance Committee in Parliament, Dr. Kabiru Mahama. Now the opposition NPP is calling on President Mahama to take decisive action against Sami Jemfi following his controversial public gesture. Speaking to Citi News, Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed, urged the President to act swiftly and decisively in addressing the matter.
They have also gone ahead. So many containers, so many bulldozers have been missing. The NDC, our practices, and other members in government are doing galamsey here and there. This is to certainly amass wealth. And I believe that what Sami Jemfi is just doing is just a tip of the iceberg. I think that Ghanaians must open their eyes very well. These people are not very honest. They are not in to develop this nation. They are in to develop their own stomachs. And I think that His Excellency must put aside his indecisiveness and make a decision in this particular manner. And when I say indecisiveness, this is a president who says he's going to get 60 ministers. Because he's indecisive, he's not able to get it. He has gotten to about 56. And he himself wrote in his own book that my first coup d'etat, that I could not take a decision on my own. And so we know that the president is indecisive. And the president should act and decide on this particular matter because it hinges on national interest. Our moral fabric doesn't accept that. And I think that apology is not just the end of it, the story. He must act. He must act on this particular matter. Sami Jemfi and his colleagues, they have seen how governance is. They were calling for the head of Cecilia Dapa and says that he should be sacked. Joyce Muktaro said so. And today, they are very quiet. He's coming out to apologize and think that it is okay. Assuming it was an MPP government and somebody does that, you would have seen how Sami Jemfi would have done. He would have gone on the rooftop and go everywhere and come back, and he'll be talking about it.
Haruna Mohammed is a Deputy General Secretary of the NPP. Meanwhile, a member of the legal and communications team of the NDC, Victor Kojoga Adaudu, is accusing the NPP of exploiting the situation to create a scandal.
NPP, our opponent, have been looking for scandals. That they want scandals within the Mahama government. And for the last 5 months, there is no scandal.
So now you started
with
them
this one, they think that it is a big fish and let's make a meal out of it. Right? So it is about Sami Jemfi. We should investigate him. Look, within NPP.
But with the kind of governance you promised, you think this doesn't matter?
No. That's why I'm saying that the man is a victim of his generosity. His security. Because the security could have prevented all those people. But you don't know the discussion when she said she wanted some food.
Victor Kojoga Adaudu also described Sami Jemfi as a victim of generosity. Now, according to Mr. Adaudu, the act was a simple demonstration of kindness and not a display of wealth. Meanwhile, political analyst Dr. Jonathan Asante-Ochi has described the act of handing over money to Nana Agradaa as a grave misstep that tarnishes the corporate image of the NDC. In an interview with Citi News, Dr. Asante-Ochi warned that the incident risks alienating voters who supported the NDC and could negatively affect public perception of the party.
Well, politically, it is also not good for the corporate image of the party in government, that is the NDC. It is a very sensitive issue. It is not good for the perception of the grassroots. It sends a very bad signal to the grassroots. The moderate in the country that voted overwhelmingly for Mr. Mahama, it's also not good for those optics as well. It is equally not good for the senior colleagues within the party. And in terms of the entirety, as I said, the corporate image of the party. And so the only way, or some ways that we can suggest would be the fact that Mr. Sami Jemfi himself has started something, and that is he apologizing unconditionally, for such an indiscretion on his part. Because as smart and intelligent as he is, I think that he lost his guard on that particular score.
Dr. Asante also commended Sami Gyamfi for issuing a public apology and praised the Chief of Staff for summoning him over the matter.
He lost his guard on that particular score. Probably he never thought that something of that sort could come out. So he will need to purge himself before the people of Ghana, purge himself, before the grassroots, purge himself before the president. And since it affects the corporate image and the corporate integrity of the party in government, obviously some kind of sanctioning will have to come from the presidency. And I believe that it is in order that the Chief of Staff himself, probably to the President, as invited him, has been hauled before the powers that be. And so some kind of reprimand will do.
Dr. Jonathan Asante is a political analyst. Now, there is heavy security at the Bole Municipal Assembly ahead of the confirmation of the MC nominee. This comes after some angry youth of Bole in the Savannah region staged a protest against Abdullahi Mahmoud's nomination as MC last Friday. 39 assembly members are expected to participate in the confirmation or rejection of the nominee. Now, our Savannah regional correspondent Malik Ghazari has joined us via telephone to give us more on this story. Good afternoon to you, Malik. Thank you for your time. Has the process begun as we speak?
Yes, how are the process with the sources that we've had inside? Because the media and journalists have been denied access to the premises, and even stand by the trees, the shades around. The military and police have even driven us away, and we are far away even from the scene. But with the sources that we've gathered, that they've already sworn in the government appointees, and other activities are also ongoing.
Now, talking about security in the area, last Friday, because of the protest, there was security, heavy presence there. As we speak, what's the security situation at Bole?
Yes, Bole, as at yesterday up to today, the place has been calm and peaceful. Only that one or two youths are now gathering around the municipal assembly where the confirmation is taking place, but not within the premises, but also far away from the premises. And with the atmosphere is currently calm, but we don't know aftermath of the confirmation what will happen after.
Grateful for your time. That was Savannah Regional Correspondent Malik Ghazari. Let's do some other stories now. And the Ghana Union of Traders Association is reiterating its call for traders to reduce the prices of goods following the recent appreciation of the cedi against major trading currencies. Speaking on the Citi Breakfast Show, GUTA President Dr. Joseph Obin said the association has a moral obligation to align commodity prices with the improved value of the local currency. He, however, urged government to address the high cost of utilities and concerns surrounding the VAT regime.
We have an obligation to do that. We have to show good faith to the consuming public. With the business that we do, we are not doing in isolation. We are doing with the consuming public, our customers. It is important to recognize that when the consumer is unable to buy, when the purchasing power is very low, it is unable to buy, it affects our turnover. Business thrives on turnover. So it is very important that we make sure that we share the gains with our customers or consuming public so that we can also thrive even as business. So that's the reason why the gain that we are having here is quite significant. And that's why we are appealing to our members. But you should recognize that there are other factors that government also have to do. We still have to revise the VAT. We have to restructure the VAT, revise it, as the finance minister has said. And then also, there are other things that also may negate these gains, like the increment in the tariffs and all that.
Dr. Obin also called on the government to fulfill its promise to review taxes on salvage vehicles.
The steppers dealers have been talking over this for quite a long time because they thought they were doing this to make the new car assembling companies strife here in Ghana, but it was very negative because it was not even helping us even to bring these salvage goods and then use our own ingenuity to assemble them. That's another learning platform for those people in that industry and all that. So that one too is very important. The president in his talk stressed that, emphasized that you will remove those taxes, and we are expecting that you redeem those promises to enhance on those activities at the spare parts.
Dr. Joseph Obin is president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association. We'll bring you more on this from the Ashanti region, where the traders have welcomed the directive by Guta leaders to reduce the prices of goods. This is still the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. Still ahead, we'll tell you about the Railway Workers Union, who are planning to halt operations effective tomorrow over unpaid salaries. Please don't go away.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel 1 TV invites you to exhibit at AgriFair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agriculture exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery? This is your platform to connect with the world. AgriFair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 973 973. AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Exim Bank and Legacy Crop Improvement Center.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for staying with us. Now, traders in the Ashanti region have welcomed the directive by the Ghana Union of Traders Associations to reduce the prices of goods in response to the recent appreciation of the Ghana cedi against the US dollar. According to the traders, they are willing to adjust prices to reflect the strengthening of the local currency. In an interview with Citi News, some wholesale shop owners indicated that while prices of certain goods have already been reduced, others remain unchanged.
I said it's a right call, but you see, most of the goods that we have now was what they have with higher price, and there's nothing that we can do about it. But yes, still, as they call for it, most of the price has come down. Me, as at last 2 weeks, I bought oil from some supplier. It was around 720. But as of today, I'm talking, it's come down to 680. So when we came this morning, I asked them to bring the price to 680. So it means we are losing like 40 cedis on each gallon. But that's how it is. We don't have any options. Things that has come down when everybody is calling out for price reduction. You have to do it.
The distributors themselves have not yet reduced the prices. So we are yet to receive the new stocks. So when we receive the new stocks and the price has been reduced, we also do that by adjusting it.
Okay, but as it stands, are you selling at the old prices, or there's been some form of reduction in the price?
Oh, to some extent, some of the products have been reduced, but not all as we are all expecting. Yes, we are selling most of the products at the old prices.
Those were some wholesale shop owners in the Ashanti region expressing their thoughts on calls to reduce prices of goods. A professor of economics at the University of Ghana, William Boatin, is urging government to work towards stabilizing the cedi rather than focusing on its appreciating value. The comment comes in the wake of recent reports highlighting a significant rebound in the cedi's value against major international currencies. Speaking on the Citi Breakfast Show earlier today, Professor Boatin urged a measured response to the currency's upward trajectory.
I understand that when the cedi appreciates, importers will not reduce their price. That's what I understand, because you and I know that in economics, prices are flexible upwards and sticky downwards. So it's something that I know. But my concern was that because of some of these elements, as a country, we have to strive for stability, but not strive for appreciation or depreciation. And interestingly, when I monitored the media last week, everybody was talking about, the exchange rate, we have stability, when indeed it was appreciation. And there's a difference between stability, appreciation, and depreciation. So if importers takes a bit of time before they decide to reduce their prices, I don't have any problem with it, because if I were an importer, I would have done the same, because I'm a profit maximizer. And in the economy, everybody wants to get his pound of flesh. So as managers of the economy, what you do is that you try as much as possible to ensure stability. You work within a very small band so that everybody in the economy will be able to plan.
Professor of Economics at the University of Ghana, William Boatin. President John Dramani Mahama says his government is not only focused on reducing public debt, but also committed to transforming the economy. He made this call at the African Union Debt Conference currently taking place in Lomé, Togo. In his capacity as the African Union's champion on financial institutions, the president said debt should not become an obstacle to development. Instead, it must be used as a means to create opportunities and build a strong foundation for future generations.
Ghana is committed to rebuilding its fiscal buffers, strengthening our institutions, and promoting inclusive growth. But our fiscal consolidation must not come at the cost of social protection. And so our strategy includes three of the following. One, protecting investments in education, youth empowerment, and rural development. Two, enhancing debt transparency through the establishment of an independent fiscal council. And three, expanding the role of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund to crowd in private capital. Our goal is not just to reduce our debts, it is to transform our economy. Debt must not erode our dignity or delay our development. It must finance opportunity and lay the foundation for intergenerational progress.
President Mahama is also urging African leaders to adopt a more responsible approach to borrowing that aligns with the development needs of their citizens. He pointed to Ghana's own experience with debt and explained that Ghana's path to recovery remains complex.
If we're to shift from managing debt crisis to unlocking debt as a tool for development, then Africa must adopt a new public debt management agenda that is rooted in three foundational pillars. And the first one is transparency and accountability. Debt should serve the people. And this means strengthening parliamentary oversight, enhancing public debt audits, and promoting open budget systems. According to the IMF, less than 40% of African countries publish detailed debt reports. This must change. Productive, efficient, and responsible borrowing. Borrowing must be tied to high-impact projects that deliver tangible returns to our people. In Ghana, we're prioritizing value-added agriculture, renewable energy, road infrastructure, digital infrastructure, and health and education sectors. All these sectors yield multiplier effects in jobs, exports, and innovation.
You heard President John Dramani Mahama. Energy Minister John Jinapor has attributed the recent power outages to ongoing maintenance works within the energy value chain. According to him, the maintenance is critical to preventing a complete breakdown of equipment. The minister is therefore calling on Ghanaians to bear with government as the maintenance activities are expected to continue until June.
Within the month of May, They will do a lot of physical maintenance and do some minimal maintenance. So for the amount of money when they are done with the maintenance, during any unforeseen circumstance, we should be seeing a much more improved system. But we have no choice than to service this plan. These are plans that have gone far beyond the minimum or maximum operating limits, which requires that they ought to be cited. But as a responsible government and the minister, I have no choice than to allow them. I try to hold them back. But what I've realized is that if we hold them back for too long, it will compromise the integrity of the plan. So I want to appeal to Daniel that even as we take this step, we'll do everything attempt to reduce the immigrants. But I want to appeal to Daniel to bear with him. It's a necessary step. It should have been done long ago. It's not been done. Now we have to do it.
That was Energy Minister John Abdullahi Jinapo. The Railway Workers Union has announced plans to strike tomorrow if the government fails to settle 7 months' worth of unpaid salaries owed to over 900 staff members. The strike is expected to disrupt passenger services between Tema and Accra. Speaking to Citi News, the Accra branch secretary of the union, Franklin Kobina, described the situation as urgent and called for immediate government action to resolve the issue.
Nobody's ready to tell us why we haven't been paid. We have been able to calm the workers down up to now, and then we can't control them anymore. So we, the workers, are saying we are demanding our 7 months salary from our management. Some of us, if not for our wives, I don't think we can be here now. We went to Xmas without salary, Easter without salary. Just last week, school have reopened. And then we are not seeing what is going on. The only thing we hear from our people are after we get our minister, things will go on well. A head count has been conducted by the ministry, and up to date, nothing has been heard from them. By the close of today, if we didn't hear anything from our management, the Tema train will be stopped. It will move from Tema to Accra till our salary is being paid.
You heard the Accra branch secretary of the Railways Workers Union, Franklin Kobina. The Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, in partnership with Gridco, has commissioned a new transformer at the Sogakope substation in the Southern district of the Volta region. The transformer, which became operational on May 7, now serves Sogakope, Akachi, and surrounding communities. ECG says the upgrade is intended to ease pressure on existing infrastructure and enhance the reliability of electricity supply. Volta Regional General Manager Christina Jato Kalio described the project as a significant step in effort to modernize the company's network and ensure stable power delivery in key districts.
10 MVA transformer that has been added to our 15 MVA that we were previously using. This transformer is a collaboration between us and our partners, the Gridco, Ghana Grid Company Limited. So like it was said earlier, sometime last year, the work on this start was completed. On the 7th of this month, we commissioned. When we talk about commissioning, that is started operating it. And this is one of our efforts in improving supply reliability and quality in the region. It is going to benefit Sogakope mainly, and then Akachi district. Soga, Akachi, and of course Keta and Adidome side. And in a very remote sense, even the Denu district, some portions of the Denu district. Of course, it is going to improve flexibility and reliability of supply.
Apologies for the poor quality of that insert, but that was the Volta Regional General Manager of the ECG, Christina Jato Kalio. The Passport Head Office in Accra has resumed operations after suspending printing on Friday night due to an alleged attack. Citi News sources confirmed that some aggrieved youth stormed the office, demanding their passport in order to travel for Hajj. The incident occurred at about 8 p.m., causing staff to flee. Citi News can confirm that additional police personnel have been deployed to the passport head office on Monday morning. A number of applicants are currently undergoing their passport application process. 3 people have been confirmed dead with 2 others critically injured in a collision involving 3 trucks at Achim Asafo in the Ebuaka South municipality of the Eastern region. Eyewitnesses say a Scania truck and a whole tipper truck rammed into a stationary DAF trailer loaded with cocoa that had broken down in the middle of the road. Personnel from the Ghana National Fire Service at the Bunsu substation, with support from the Suhum Police and the Ghana Ambulance Service, quickly arrived at the scene to assist with rescue operations and manage traffic. The bodies of the deceased have been taken to the Suhum Government Hospital morgue for identification and preservation, while the police have launched an investigation into the incident. And that'll be it for today's edition of the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studios in Adabraka in Accra. Please log on to citinewsroom.com for more stories. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Good afternoon.
Citi News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.
Citi 97.3. Accra.